what year tax sale, certificate you would buy or whatever. It gets into a little detail. So you really kind of want to know what you're doing. So.
Yeah.
John, could you tell me? I think it's a deed area in Kansas City and St. Louis, but everywhere else is Lee.
It depends. There's a first, second, and third year tax sale. So it just depends on what you're doing. And then those two areas, Kansas City in particular and St. Louis, they're different than the counties are. Okay, they have a different process. It's still what it is. And just to explain a little bit without getting too deep, but you have a first, second, and third year tax sale. The first year that goes to the tax sale, it would be a lien if you bought that. That's 3 years of back taxes. If you don't pay your taxes for 3 years, you will go up to the first year tax sale. If somebody buys that at the sale, they will get a lien on your property. You do not own it, and all you would get if and when they redeem it is, I think it's 9% or 9.5% interest. Okay, the second year tax sale would be 4 years of back taxes. Again, that would be a lien if you bought that. Now, if you get to the third year tax sale, which is what a lot of people like to focus on, that's 5 years of back taxes, then you will get actually issued a certificate, but you do not necessarily own the property right away. You have a 1 year redemption period, and there's stuff you have to follow. This is where you'll want to go to our meeting or at least find out what the process is, because Dale Sweet's an expert on that. Then once you get that, then you'll have to get a quiet title, which is another whole process to clear the title. Because just because you have a collector's deed or a sheriff's deed doesn't necessarily mean you have a clear title. Okay, and a lot of these tax, if you go to YouTube, and I don't know which ones you're looking at, but I've been through a lot of these kind of trainings, but a lot of them will tell you that if you buy a property at a tax sale, everything else is wiped out. That is not true at all. Okay, they're going to tell you that, and a lot of places tell you that. It may be true in other states, it may be true in other places, but it's not true necessarily here in Missouri. So there are people that still could have a lien on the property. There's ways to secure that and do the quiet titles. That's another whole process in itself. I had an attorney that I used to use who retired, and we did, I don't know, basically probably hundreds of quiet titles. I never did the process myself. I am just now looking at maybe doing that myself. I cannot practice law as an attorney for anybody else, but you can do your own process. And I am in the process right now of looking at that, but that's another whole thing. But I would recommend, if you want to know about it, to come to the meeting on the 20th.